Noisy bleeder. Very noisy that helicopter was. Don't know why. Well, the aerial stood the wind. Just been up the ladders and thought I'd do a bit of experimentation and stick my a99 back up. It's quite calm now. It was a bit windy when I was up the ladders. It's about 7 or 8 feet lower than it was. The other aerial was, because it had a pole joined to a pole, but I've had to take the shelly clamps off the poles and fit them onto the a99. But I thought I'd give it a try. Yeah, I thought I'd try and have a bit of a play around. I felt a bit. I haven't got chest pains today, but I'm struggling with my breath a little bit. Maybe it's that time I should be using the spray under my tongue that the hospital gave me. But I thought, oh, I can't sit here getting bored stiff. I got me Bazooka Cum T2LT out there, which I've used and I've had great success with. I had my a99, which has never failed me, even though people, well, Tim tells me it's down on signal compared to the silver rod. Can't call it an old one, it's a fairly new one. So while I had half hour, and I thought I can take my time getting up the ladders and all that. Now this is what I did last night on yesterday's video. Key it up, look. That's with the little burner on, the little, whatever it is, KL203P. It's roughly in the same place, isn't it, that, look? It was £1 pound. It's 1.7, and it's roughly there. What I found with this, I'll turn that off now, look. Turn that off. Try it now, 0. And as you go down the frequency, it gets even less. I thought I'd just give it a bit of experimentation. Reason being, there's a couple of guys that I've been talking to for absolute years. One of them I can't hear him any longer because his aerial snapped a long time ago. So what I did, I went mobile in my car 3 or 4 nights ago. Ray and John, one's 80, one's 88, and I've actually been talking to him since I was a youngish lad, since I was about 21, 22. So I thought I haven't spoke to him for years, the one with the broken aerial, which is Ray. So the other night I got in the car. It was a miserable old rainy night. I drove over, it's about 9 miles away. I drove over to his street, couldn't remember which was his house, but I didn't want to disturb him. I wouldn't have knocked his door or anything. I thought, I know roughly where he lives, so I'll drive towards his house till I can hear him, then I'll pull over and have half hour with him, which is what I did. Quite enjoyable. Kills the boredom, doesn't it? I got the wife to get me this stuff because I've noticed this in people's, excuse the cycle picture, it's rather nice. I like that bike, you know. Anyway, I've noticed this stuff in Fred the Shed's, who I'm subscribed to. I watch all his videos and I think he watches all mine and he's given me a few shout outs. Thank you very much, Fred. Yeah, I've seen this stuff. It looks quite good, it looks quite heavy duty, and I happened to be in a shop about a week ago with a wife. I don't go in shops very often, I tend to steer away from the places, but it looks quite heavy duty, but in reality it's just blooming like sticky wallpaper. £7 a roll. You don't seem to get that much on a roll. I don't know the specifications of it, I've not actually measured it, but I put a make do rubbish shelf up here last night for something to do. I got loads of old bits of wood around. I know it doesn't look very good. So the plan is to cut this down. It's only about 2 inches too long, and then put it across there, and then it will look a bit hard wearing, won't it? But it won't really be, I shouldn't think. But yes, so I've been a little bit busy doing nothing. I've changed my antenna. There's my little moped, still going strong. Oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've looked around. Well, basically this afternoon I was looking around on the Anytone, and incidentally the aerial's come down between the half-wave silver rod I've just taken down. That was about 9 foot higher than the aerial what's on the pole now. because I joined two poles together. As I say, I needed the Shelley clamps to actually clamp the A99 to the pole, so I couldn't, you know, put it back in exactly the same height. But strangely enough, I wrote it down, I've took notes, and on this right, that's it, we're on that antenna. Right, let's get it on the Muppet block. Modern technology, eh? Let's get it on the Muppet block, which is channel 33. Now, put it on FM, turn the RF gain full up. It was actually a 7, the interference, right? Nobody's on that channel. This is what I have to put up with. It's a pain in the arse, it really is. I wrote it down what it was on the silver rod, and that's the reason I changed it and put this aerial back up slightly, well, 8 foot lower, 8 or 9 feet slower. That was on an S7, that was on this radio, on this channel. More or less the same. This one's actually a little bit higher. This one's showing nearly S8s, look. So that's the reason what got me scratching my head, thinking, oh, yeah, I'll but we'll see. It'll be in the proof will be in the pudding later, because when Ray and John come on, they come on about 8 till 9 o'clock every night. And John, I can normally hear him, but there's a hell of a crackling noise comes in with him, and it's enough that I can't make out what he's saying, really. I hear the odd word, but during a sentence. One sec about that, and please excuse it's not smoke, it's vape. But my son, I've just been interrupted. I won't say rudely, because it wasn't a rude interruption, but while I was doing my video I've just been interrupted because I dropped my son off earlier on at a bowling alley in Nuneaton with my 2 grandchildren. Then my son phoned me half hour later to say somebody was robbing the place. Some guy come up to him with a shotgun in his face and told him to get the F out of the place. So him and my 2 grandchildren left the coats and all the bits and bobs in the changing room and went out. It's under siege, as it were. I think well, police helicopter's been up all afternoon, which is what I filmed earlier, I think, coming across, heading that way it was. And luckily, well, I don't know how many hostages or hostages. It's been on Sky News, it's been in the, well, it's been everywhere on the internet. Whether the guy's got a hostage or hostages, I'm not sure, but luckily my son and my 2 grandchildren were told to get the F out of the place, which is what they did. So that's that bit of news for the day. Where was I at in my video? I watched the video yesterday, and the thing's going round and round and round my camera, making you feel seasick like I'm doing now, look. Now, I keep my arm very still, very, very still, and my camera's not zoomed in at all. And I've got image stabilisation on, so I don't know if it's that what gives the effect. Obviously it's not on a tripod, I am holding the camera, but I've got my elbow on the chair. So, yeah, can't quite work that one out, whether it's image stabilisation or whatever's doing that, I don't know, but I know it doesn't look too clever. So, the top and bottom of this scenario is this antenna, the SWR as well. Bearing in mind I've not changed any patch leads, I've changed nothing except took one aerial down and put another one in its place. I've not altered any cables, PL259s, nothing. Now when I key this up, look, it's saying 1.7. Before it said about 1.3, but as I come down in frequency, and by the way, the meter above argues with that says it's 1 to 1. Now as I come down in frequency, I was on 33, I'm coming down to channel 1 now, look, 60125, key up, 1.4 now, 1.4, 1.5. So as I come down in frequency, right, 26065, and it's gone back up. 26515, gone back down. So 1, that's virtually 0 there, look. The needle would hardly be moving, would it? And yet the actual SWR meter has gone up now and says it's 1.1, which is what that says. It agrees with that. So it's a funny business, all this antenna business, but as I say, at 8 o'clock, what time are we on now? We're on 6:05. At 8 o'clock I'll see if I can hear John. That static there, look, is terrible. I get that all the time. I've had that for 4 years. although it's shown and represented different on different radios. For instance, if I turn my Murphy own bass on and I put it on 33, the static there won't be a 7 or an 8, it will only be probably S2, I should think. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. Right, here we go. Look, channel 33 UK FM, S2. It was the same. It was the same on the other aerial when it was 8 foot, 9 foot higher. It was exactly the same. I even wrote it down for the Planet, which has got no microphone in. But if I turn the Planet on 33, which it is now, alter my switcher box till it comes into life, which is there. Look, S3 on that one. Different radios represent, show you differently, depending, I suppose, how the needle's been calibrated and how the radio receives. There you go. I hope it was of some interest to some people, this video. Me blabbing on as normal, on about nothing, but just thought to let you know that I have changed the antenna over, and now I know. I also know as well where that rather noisy police helicopter was going. They should get done for the noise they were emitting out that exhaust pipe and the engine on that blooming thing. It was horrendously loud. But take care all, and we'll catch you soon. And I think it's Ninja Wheelie time.
Ninja Wheelie time.
I should give that away to a little child, really, shouldn't I? I'm a bit old to have such things at 53. I thought I'd put this bit in towards the end of the video. This is, I went to get some e-juice the other day from a vape shop, and they happened to have 5 of these on the counter. Gold-plated RDA. What's the name of it? Druga. D-R-U-G-A. Looks like Druga. So 27 quid I paid for it, and they I didn't. Sorry about the focus. Hang on. Let's get it to focus if I can. Look at them coils. Look. Come on, baby. 2 coils. And then you get with a fairground ride going on there, because I've got a swivelly chair, and this is the cap. I'm showing this because there is people that are subscribed to me and into CB radio, that it's your air and your air the other side, that I think Mickey's one of them, who they vape. Hang on, let's try and get it on with my knees if I can get this. Oh, no. Oh, hang on, put my camera down. 1 second, bear with me, people. Sorry about this. Get on there, you little Turk. That's it. There you go. It's on my mod now. This is a 3 battery mod covered in obviously oil, e-juice. I call it oil, but I think it's e-juice. We'll call it e-juice, I'll call it oil. There you go. There's my mod look. Can't remember what this is called. 3 battery jobber. Plenty of power in it, 70 watts. I'll show you the cloud this thing blows out. I can put it this way, in about 1.5 minutes flat I can fill this place to the point where you can't even see the door, and the door's only about 6 foot in front of me. Anyhow, as always, not much activity on the radio. I'll flick round the channels. So I thought, well, I've got a minute. My new shelf I put up last night, which was only thin plywood. I had a bit of plywood kicking around. I've still got a big piece, about nearly 7 foot by 4 foot sticker plywood. But what do you reckon? Look at that. Look at that finish, Fred. Yeah, I saw that in a shop in Nuneaton. I asked her why. I didn't buy it. She said, "Oh, grab a roll. It's £7 something." I like to try and save money where I can. I'm not a tight git, but she moans. She'll get back. Go, "Oh, we've only been out for this today, and we spent 40 quid on that coffee and that roll of stuff I bought." So you know, money goes nowhere, does it? So She was out with her daughter doing a bit of shopping today, so I said, if you go into that shop what sells that stuff, can you pick some up? It's rather professional. In fact, I could have the whole place done in it, couldn't I? It would only cost about, yeah, a lot of money. Thanks for looking. Catch you later.